And then she said, "Oh," and she went off and went out, left. And then I don't know what she did. But so, I mean, if she's what do you call it? If she's somebody that's reliable, and I don't know why they're supposed to be. Why would they come here on?
So that was the question that they had about foreclosure, and that is she had been hired by like a bank or someone on those lines as a professional to come and take exterior pictures of your house. Which
I'm not in for perjury. No.
Foreclosure?
I would know that if I was.
Okay, and I'm not saying you are.
It could be comparables. It could be someone in Netherlands. I have no idea.
She had mentioned something, now that you say the word comparable or whatnot, she had said something about comparison photos. And I don't know what that, I have no idea what that means.
Yeah.
But that word does ring a bell when you say that.
Yeah, so she had been hired for a legitimate purpose. Now, like you had asked this question, no, she's not allowed to be on your property. I think she understood that she thought she was supposed to be here and taking pictures. When you told her, that wasn't okay, and we clarified that with her, of that if you're hired to do something like this, you can take pictures from a public access, or from the street and that, but you cannot go onto people's property. You cannot without their permission. And we told her that, of course, you don't want her on your property. Is that correct?
Say it again.
So I let her know. So when I spoke with her, that I told her, yes, you can take pictures from a street, from a sidewalk, somewhere that's public, but you can't be on people's property taking pictures. That was definitely her misunderstanding, and she understands that she is not supposed to be on your property, that you do not want her on your property. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would like to know who, if she's, I want those pictures to go away.
So but legally she can take photos from the street of your house, of anything.
I know that.
Yeah.
Anybody can.
Yeah.
I could go look at anybody's house if I'm on the street and I'm not the Google, what you call it?
The Google. Yeah, you're talking about Google. Yeah, Google Photos and Maps. Yeah, so I get it.
But they can't go on my property.
Yes, and she now understands that, and that was definitely a point of confusion.
I want the pictures, and I want to know who sent you to do this.
Sorry.
Sergeant, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
So she was sent by, and I don't know what the financial institution. This I was going to ask you to.
It's on your phone.
Is it? Okay. I don't know what the name of the institution was. Give me just a second. Let me literally look it up.
He's going to look up.
I'm going to look up what
the institution that sent her.
Huh?
He's going to look up on his phone the institution that sent her here.
In the person. But okay,
yeah, he's going to look that up on his phone right now.
Yeah. If somebody's doing that, I want to know who's doing that.
I'm just the messenger in this.
No, I appreciate your help.
No problem.
We were cleaning up. You could see what we were doing. We're cleaning the house. Yeah?
So is that the one that they were saying right there? That was her. Is that what she told you was?
Unity Asset Management.
Okay, that is it?
The place is called Unity Asset Management. I don't know.
You are good. All right,
So,
look it up. Tell me you're there.
Let's find out.
So, and that's the company. Unity Asset Management.
All right, call them and say I want to know why somebody is up on my house.
Okay.
Call them.
All right, Sarge, do you have anything to add that you needed to ask?
Me or?
No, I'm sorry, I was asking Sergeant. Do you have anything you want to add, or that you can think to ask?
Well, so help me to understand. So Cheryl, her name is Cheryl, was terrified from what happened inside here.
She what?
She was terrified from what happened inside here. Okay? She was very scared. And I'm trying to understand her injury. She does have an injury. To me, it looks like when you tried to grab for her phone, her hand got in the middle of that. Okay, which is why she said he hurt me.
Yeah, that's all I heard because I didn't see anything because I was in the kitchen calling 911 for you, so I don't know.
Can you help me to
imagine.
help me to understand how I'm trying to understand that. Like I have this. She's also calling 911. Okay, and she has an injury on her hand. It's pretty clear. And she's, essentially what everybody is saying is pretty similar, except for the part about grabbing the phone, right? There seems to be a slight sort of divergence for that part.
I reached to look at it, and you were further. Well, how long she was?
She was about a little bit past where.
Well, when you saw her, she was.
Right.
But then you went in the other room.
Like I said, exactly. I didn't see. I can't say something I didn't see.
I don't want to rely on what Janine saw because she wasn't in the room, right? I'd like to know from you what happened. Because right now, it sounds like she has an injury from you grabbing her phone, and that's not okay. Whether she was in your yard or not in your yard. You invited her into your home to chat about this, and she's injured.
Where's where's the injury?
On her hand.
On her hand?
Yes.
Which hand?
On her...
I can look it up.
On her... Hold on, when she was... Left? I think?
Yeah, it was her left hand. Left hand.
Yeah.
Left hand.
So, that's which is that?
That's her right hand.
Huh?
That's her right hand. That's her left hand.
Okay. So
that
I
kind of,
take
here's your right, are you right-handed?
Just touch it.
Are you right-handed?
Yes.
Okay.
And she had the thing on her hand, right there. Not here, right there.
Okay.
Okay. And if she has an injury on that hand, it has absolutely nothing to do with me.
Well, could it be you were grabbing here and she tried to get away and your ring hit her hand? I mean, you have a ring right here with a pretty big...
That? All right, if I do that, if she tried to grab the thing, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Well, it's there. It's not about believing if she's injured or not. I mean, she's absolutely injured. So what I'm trying to do is make sense of this, right? So,
how do you think I would, is she right-handed?
I don't know.
Neither do I. But she was not, her hand was in that.
Her cell phone was in her right hand?
Yeah.
And that's where I saw her phone at, but that's all I saw. It's just when she came in, that's where her phone was, is in her right hand. But that's all I know.
What'd you do?
I said I was just letting her know that I knew the phone was in her right hand, but that's all I know. Because I wasn't in here. I was on the phone calling 911 for you.
So when I don't remember. I know Officer Niehaus had asked you and I couldn't hear. When you went to see the pictures, what you're saying, when you say, I went to look at the pictures or see the pictures, that means something different to you than it does to me. To me, what I interpret you saying is I went to get the phone, so...
I didn't say that. I didn't know. She said, I said, where are the pictures? She said they're on their phone, her phone.
Okay.
I said, let me see it.
Okay. So you were trying to see the photos on her phone, and for me that means, and she's saying no, and you're like yes, and what I'm picturing, I wasn't there, is you trying to grab the phone to look at the pictures. Is that true?
I asked, yeah, let me see the pictures.
Okay.
And I'm right exactly here.
Okay.
Okay?
When you were trying to grab the phone to see the pictures, were you able to grab the phone at all?
No.
And well, it's possible
She
that
still
that's when.
she has them.
So you guys agree. She also says you were not able to take the phone from her. So to me, what I'm hearing, and I'm looking at the evidence, and I'm looking at the injuries and the descriptions of what happens, and it sounds like, albeit maybe brief, right? There was some sort of a tussle or a tug of war, potentially over a phone, and it resulted in an injury. Would that be a fair description, or would you have a different description?
First of all, where was the? You say it's over here. You know, how did she heal? How I did not. I took the phone, not her. I got the phone. I tried to get the phone. She wouldn't let me have it. How am I going to get injured over there? Huh?
Well, it could be if you're going like this and she's going like this to try that your ring.
My ring is right there.
Yeah, it could be that it hit her. I don't know. I mean, I'm
Where
not
on here?
on the back of her hand, about right here.
So all right, how do you get that on the back of your hand? Tell me how you do that.
Well, I just showed you one way that it potentially
No,
could
show
happen.
me. I didn't see it.
But like, if she was trying to, prevent you from grabbing the phone with her right hand, and she came in like this or like this, it's possible. I don't know that you could have.
Well,
gotten
she
the back.
did that.
I don't.
That's crazy, 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 crazy.
It's been a crazy day, Stephen.
That's all right. Okay.
Good, Sarge?
Yes, unless you have any other
Do you have
questions.
pictures of her?
I do.
I do.
Good.
Cool.
Is it on the right hand?
It's on her
It's on her
left
left
hand.
It's on her left hand.
Left hand. Is it on the back?
Yes,
Yes.
it's on the back of her hand.
How would she get there? The back of that hand, her hand.
I imagine if she was trying to hold on to her phone, if you guys were trying to both grab for the phone and she had two hands and was trying to hold on to it, it's very possible she could get injured on either of both of her hands.
Maybe you went to get the phone out of this hand and she instinctively moved it over to this hand.
What?
Maybe if the phone was in this hand and you went to take it from this hand, she instinctively moved it over to this hand. I really just don't know.
I know for sure that I didn't. She had it. Anyway.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, well, give us a moment. We're going to go talk and we'll be right back, okay?
Thank you guys.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll be right back with you guys, okay?
I'm going to be in here with him, so if you need to come back in, just feel free to come back in.
Just let ourselves
Yeah,
back in?
yep.
Okay, thank you.
I think they're both on.
Number 6, I'm going off. 1 second, sorry.